The air thrummed with an almost tangible power. Demon King Baron, a voice, laced with a mixture of awe and apprehension, declared against him. A palpable tension filled the space. What's with this sharp and intense bloodlust? The voice continued, a note of unease creeping in. A new player had entered the arena, a formidable presence. Gee, it's my first time meeting him, the voice admitted, a hint of disbelief in the tone. He's the Demon King Baron. The sheer power emanating from the figure was undeniable. The aura he's emitting, even Essel can sense it, the voice acknowledged, a mix of admiration and concern. An enemy that can fly. This is going to be annoying. A winged creature descended into view, its presence both magnificent and terrifying. Wyvern Kaizelin, came the identification, the name itself resonating with power. Other than the horse that Essel was riding, this is my first time seeing a Nandi-Munkin wyvern. A moment of consideration. Guest mounts are different, the voice murmured thoughtfully. A new idea sparked to life. Wait, if it's not a demon, the voice mused, that may be possible for me to extract its shadow. A glimmer of hope emerged amidst the looming threat. The Demon King was clearly not idle. Demon King Baron is using a skill, came the observation. Hell's Army. The arena was transformed, filled with a multitude of dark figures. Demon soldiers have been summoned, the voice announced, a note of urgency rising. Demon knights have been summoned. The situation was escalating rapidly. Demon generals have been summoned. The forces arrayed against them were substantial. Demon knights and generals are at least A-rank monsters, and there are over 100 of them, the voice calculated, a hint of awe entering the tone. Just from a glance, I can see more than 1,000 demons. A moment of quiet contemplation. Is it finally starting? Sir Jin-Woo, what should we do, Sir Jin-Woo? A new voice, filled with apprehension, asked, breaking the spell. A brief pause, then, not yet, came the calm reply. The air crackled with a different kind of energy. Skill, domain of the monarch, activated, the first voice announced, the power building in the tone. Come out. The scene shifted, focusing on another figure. Tusk is using skill, hymn of combustion, came the observation. A quiet moment of contemplation was broken by a soft gasp. Amazing, the first voice said, filled with wonder. I may have made it to the highest floor, but it's my first time actually watching this in battle. The focus shifted back to the core conflict. But that's Demon King Baron, the ruler of this place, and he is an invader. He's someone that must be removed by. Who am I supposed to side with? The question hung in the air, unanswered. Lightning flashed across the arena, a blinding display of raw energy. It's no ordinary lightning, the voice noted, the tone laced with concern. Buff status effect has been removed due to the effect of immunity. Buff status effect has been removed due to the effect of immunity. The voice explained the workings of the magic. It's an AoE magic with the ability to stun enemies. A new wave of urgency washed over the speaker. If I'm not able to stop that magic, my shadow soldiers will be torn to shreds, and my mana will run out completely. A new strategy was formed, a decision made. I must get the wings first, the voice declared, a clear intent underlying the words. A moment later, a quiet egg was spoken. The scene was a flurry of action, a desperate scramble. Faster! It's going to catch up to me, the voice urged, a hint of desperation in the tone. There's a limit to how much my robe can absorb the impact. The words were strained as the speaker tried to outpace the incoming threat. The narrative shifted, revealing the effectiveness of past actions. Guess giving the orb to Tusk ended up being worthwhile, the voice mused, a touch of satisfaction in the tone. The climax was fast approaching. You finally come down, the voice stated, a mix of relief and defiance. I was getting pretty tired from looking up. The tension in the air was palpable, the stage set for a confrontation of epic proportions. The only question was, what would be the outcome of this clash of titans? The fight had become a delicate dance of power and conservation. Occasionally, a voice mused, analytical and focused, there are certain skills that don't consume mana. A moment of consideration, then, Dominator's Touch, and Shadow Soldiers are generally like that. The concept was explored further. Skill, Dominator's Touch, Level 2, Active Skill. No mana required. The voice explained the mechanics behind this ability. You can control objects without touching them. A sense of intrigue filled the air. A related skill came into play. Skill, Shadow Dominator's Touch, can control and influence physical objects, but the proficiency will vary depending on the weight of the object. Nevertheless, it doesn't consume mana. The speaker delved further into the dynamics. Also, Since the Shadow Soldier is summoning soldiers that I already have saved, it doesn't require mana. The underlying mechanics were clear. But it's a different story when they are affected by enemies, the voice noted, the tone shifting to a more serious note. Affected soldiers will consume mana to regenerate, and if there's no mana left, the soldiers will return back to my shadow. The challenges were clear. Important to increase the intelligence stat to expand my maximum mana, the voice declared, a clear goal set in motion. The situation was far from simple. But both his battle prowess and mana are immense. The speaker paused to consider their opponent. What's the principle behind his soldiers? If the affected soldiers don't regenerate, he should be constantly consuming huge amounts of mana to resummon them. The battle continued to escalate, the tension thickening with each passing moment. MP 3261 is 7270. The numbers were spoken with a careful precision, reflecting the speaker's meticulous approach. A new skill came into play. Tusk is using skill, Hymn of Protection, the voice announced. The effort required was evident. I'm gradually losing mana, the speaker acknowledged. He's not giving me any chance to replenish. The battle had become a test of endurance. The numbers were rattled off again. MP 2141 is 7270. The speaker's analytical mind was working overtime. The mana consumption for regenerating higher-ranked soldiers is even greater, they noted. The speaker was trying to understand every variable at play. A decision was made, a clear line of action established. But that doesn't mean I should avoid receiving the assistance. I must finish this fight before my mana is completely drained, came the resolute statement, a touch of urgency underlying the words. The battle reached a fever pitch. Skill, Vital Strike activated. He parried Vital Strike. The exchange was rapid and intense, a back and forth between two titans. Another exchange. Skill, Vital Strike activated. The struggle was fierce, the outcome uncertain. What tremendous power, the first voice acknowledged, a hint of awe mixed with exasperation. Does this man not have a limit? A new opportunity presented itself, a chance to finally seize the upper hand. Now's the chance, the voice declared, the tone filled with determination. Together with all my strength stat and the power of Dominator's skill, Dominator's touch, activated. The speaker was going all in, throwing everything they had into the effort. The moment of truth had arrived. Let's end this, the speaker declared, a finality in the words. The next moments passed in a blur, the air charged with an almost palpable energy. Sung Jin-Woo, came a voice, filled with a mixture of disbelief and amazement. You overcame Demon King Baron. The revelation hung in the air, a testament to the speaker's power and determination. The immediate aftermath was a swirl of data and notifications. Obtained Baron's soul, came the announcement. Normal quest, Collect Demon Souls Part 2 has been completed. The voice continued, matter-of-factly. Sung Jin-Woo SL. The speaker was taking everything in stride, unfazed by the events that had just transpired. With the battle done and the dust settling, the speaker turned their mind to the bigger picture. Go and inform your father that Roddy's clan is now first place. The goal was not just the win, but the overall effect the win would bring. Sung Jin-Woo, came another voice, an admiring tone. My clan is Roddy, level 97. The story continues, the journey far from finished. The speaker has proven their strength, but the world is vast, and the challenges that lie ahead remain to be seen. The aftermath of the battle was a treasure trove of the extraordinary. Discovered item, Demon Monarch's Ring, a voice announced, tinged with awe. The discoveries continued. Discovered item, Demon King's Long Sword, came the next declaration. More followed. Discovered item, Demon King's Dagger, ×2. Discovered item, Baron's Horn, ×2. Each find resonated with a unique power. Finally, discovered ingredient item, Purified Blood of the Demon King. The Demon Monarch's Ring seemed to be a key. The Demon Monarch's Ring, the voice repeated, a new level of intrigue coloring the tone. With this ring, I've unlocked all the set effects. A detailed analysis of the ring commenced. Item, Demon Monarch's Ring. Item class, S-type, accessory, +20 in strength, +20 in intelligence. The voice delved deeper. Set item effect, level 1. Set effect 1, +5 all stats. Set effect 2, +10 all stats. The power of the ring was undeniable. All stats, rather than the set item, they noted. The focus shifted to another find. This is the highlight, the voice declared, discovered ingredient item, Purified Blood of the Demon King. The item was assessed carefully. Purified blood of the Demon King. Item ingredient item. Purified blood of the Demon King. Item class type. Ingredient. Fluid created by purifying blood from the monarch of the demons. The properties of the blood were outlined. It's radiating powerful magical energy, and despite the purification, there's still a bit of toxicity left, and must be mixed with the world trees fragment and the spring water of the echoing forest to use it as a medicine. A new action was initiated. Craft consumable. Holy water of life. 3 out of 3, the voice announced. A question hung in the air. So, Jin-Woo, are you alright? The crafting process began, the voice relaying each step. Craft. Holy water of life. Crafting. Crafting holy water of life. The success rate and the number of items crafted will depend on the crafter's intelligence stat. The intensity was building. 10-9. The success rate and the number of items crafted will depend on my intelligence stat. If I knew about this beforehand, I would have spent all my stats on intelligence. A different voice asked, are you talking about crafting ability? I'm sure it'll work out fine since it's Sung Jin-Woo, came a reply laced with a mix of hope and uncertainty. 876 5 4 3 2 1. Crafting successful. Crafted item. Holy water of life times 6, yes. A moment of concern followed. I lost a bit of the blood of the Demon King and the world trees fragment, but the spring water of the echoing forest is completely gone. The speaker took inventory. Ingredient. Purified blood of the Demon King, 1 out of 1. World trees fragment, 1 out of 1. Spring water of the echoing forest, 0 out of 1. The mechanics behind the crafting were assessed. Does it only consume the exact required amount instead of using them entirely? The implications of this discovery were pondered. The results were examined. So this is the holy water of life. Item. Holy water of life. Item class. S-type. Consumable. Mysterious potion that can cure any ailment. With powerful magic that, the effect will only take place if the entire bottle is emptied. Hope and desperation mixed. Can this item really ease my mother's suffering? The voice wondered aloud, the question hanging in the air. I want to go back to the hospital right away and check it out. A new element was brought into the conversation. Ian, what's with you? You're also getting quick-witted. Arise. The focus shifted to a new development. So, Jin-Woo, I can't turn demons into shadow soldiers, but it looks like it's possible for the wyvern, came a new observation. Choose a name for the soldier. Was it Wyvern Chizelian Coquelin? The speaker's memory was tested. What was its name again? A humorous moment was offered. I think So Jin-Woo is quite poor at remembering names. Kaisale, a voice said with a chuckle. With that wyvern, we'll be able to return to Radi at once, came a statement, laced with anticipation. If I want to leave the demon castle, do I have to go down the floors one by one? I want to be quick. There will be a banquet when we get back to my clan. I'm sure my father will be happy. The speaker considered the rewards for the journey. Don't I still have my quest rewards left? A moment of contemplation passed. Normal quest. Collect Demon Souls Part 2 has been completed. The rewards were listed. Reward 1. Highest quality rhinestone. Reward 2. Bonus stats, plus 30. Reward 3. Hidden reward received. Highest quality rhinestone. Shadow exchange received. Bonus stat, plus 30 received. A new title was revealed. Title, Demon Hunter. Condition requirement has not been met. The focus shifted to a new skill. Shadow exchange rhinestone. Skill, Shadow exchange, level 1. Job-specific skill, no mana required. Exchange locations between the user and the selected shadow soldier. This skill can be used again only after the 3-hour cooldown is finished. Cooldown will change depending on the skill level. The implications of this new skill were profound. What an unbelievable skill, the voice mused. No matter where my shadow soldiers are located, I can exchange locations with them. This is basically teleportation. A new decision was made. Great work, everyone, the speaker addressed, with gratitude. So I'm sorry, but you'll have to return to your clan by yourself. Then, the banquet? Roddy's clan is located on the 80th floor. It's too far away to just go back to get rewarded. I'll see you again if I get the chance. Take care. A new skill was employed. Skill, Shadow Exchange, activated, the voice announced. So Jin-Woo, due to the absence of the dungeon boss, the interior of the dungeon will revert back to its original state. A sense of playful relief. Haha, this place is my neighborhood. I really did exchange locations. The timer was checked. Shadow Exchange level 1. 2 hours, 59 minutes, 57 seconds until the skill can be used again. Point 1. Kaisale. The scene shifted. This video is the data sent from Japan. It was recorded using Japan's satellites. Magic detection camera records from the first, second, and third raid attempts alike. A voice stated. Gadaruja has said, all the ants certainly do leave their nest, except for the queen and the guards. A new voice explained the ants' behavior. The fact that the appearance of these ants is always changing is proof that they are evolving with each generation, and the lifetime of each generation is roughly a year. I'm still a bit bothered by the guard ants, but there are always a few guards protecting the boss monsters in highly ranked dungeons. The new strategic implications were laid out. They'll be using a jamming signal. These ants are able to communicate with each other using their own special wavelength, and Go Router plans on disturbing them with a jamming signal. Then we'll only have to worry about the queen and her guards. A moment of curiosity was revealed. What's wrong, Chairman? A chilling realization dawned. Just now, did you not sense it? Magical wavelengths that can be sensed from far away? What happened? Came the query. Have you still not been able to contact Hunter Sung Jin-Woo? We are doing our best, came the answer. Did you also sense that? A new voice asked. I may have retired, but my rank didn't drop. What was that just now? Choi Jong-in and Chu Hai must be at each other's throats over the shares in the Hunters Guild or something, someone else commented. Is that so? Take another glass. Oh my, you're just too kind. Smile a bit, Kian. You'll get old quickly if you're always frowning, another voice said. The story continued its intricate weaving of plot threads and action, but more challenges were bound to come in the future. Surge Bin, S-Rank Heal. A minute by Go. The items were assessed again. Item attack plus 220. Name, Demon King's Dagger. Item class, S-Type, Dagger. Dagger obtained from the Demon King Baron. The set effect will activate if both Demon King's daggers are equipped at the same time. Set effect 2 is 1. Additional attack will apply to each dagger by the amount of the strength. Item. Name, Demon King's Longsword. Item class S-Type, Longsword. Attack plus 350. Longsword brimming with the Demon King's power. Every time the sword is swung, the effect. Storm of White Flames will activate. Effect. A storm of white flames will summon a storm of endless lightning within a certain area. Item. Demon Monarch's Ring. Item plus S-Type accessory plus 20 strength plus 20 intelligence. The set effect will activate if this item is equipped along with Demon Monarch's Earring. Equipped. Demon Monarch's Ring equipped. Set effect 1. Plus 5 all stats. Set effect 2. Plus 10 all stats. Is that so? Take another glass. A voice offered, laced with warmth. Oh my, you're just too kind. Smile a bit, Kian. You'll get old quickly if you're always frowning. The scene was casual, yet a subtle tension lingered. Another voice chimed in. So, do Big S-Rank Heal. A minute by Mgu Hyung. Do you want to hear something funny? A quick refusal followed. Nope. Okay. Along with his sense of humor, the first voice continued. Minute by MGU is a bit of a weird guy. He's the first S-Rank hunter to retire with all faculties intact. The speaker paused, then added. Not only is he the first, but he's also the only one. The conversation turned to the extraordinary nature of such a decision. How many would choose to quit, considering how much money S-Rank hunters can make? It's not like he was already rich in the first place. Hyun, are you really going to go? A new voice broke in, laced with worry. Yeah, you saw how In-suk passed away, came the resolute reply. That's why I need to go. If we leave the ants alone, the entirety of Korea will end up meeting the same fate. A hint of disbelief colored the question. Since when were you so patriotic? I'm just adding a cool excuse, since it's something I have to do anyway. A touch of humor undercut the seriousness of the situation. I refuse to go. I will never go, another voice declared, their resolve clear. If you're here to convince me, I'm sorry, but no. I'm here to see you, just in case, came the softer reply. Since I don't know when I'll be able to see you again. The emotional undercurrent was undeniable. Young, I'm preparing for my teaching certification exam. I plan on becoming an ordinary civil servant. The conversation shifted to future plans. Do you know about Eugen Architecture's hinting at recruiting talented hunters to create their own guild? I also received a call. They offered me the guild master position. Ever since I've retired, it hasn't just been Eugen Architectures. I've received countless sweet deals, despite how I am. Places where blood is spilled aren't meant for me. That's why I'm taking the teaching certification exam. The speaker's dream was revealed. Won't subjects like Korean history be fitting? Why Korean history of all things? Another voice responded, with a touch of confusion. Guys, you're weird. Another voice interjected. You already know, Kian, came a playful reply. I love historical dramas. No, this is normal. Jay, what I'm saying is that it'd be great if wars would only stay in history books. Another voice stated, with a touch of melancholy. That's right, you're the normal one. Hunters are the ones that are abnormal. Wait, now that I think about it, there aren't that many hunters that dislike facing monsters. The speaker paused, then added, there are a few among the healers, but instead, they really enjoy assisting others. A question was posed. Can only those who enjoy facing conflict become awakened? That can't be it. Here, take another glass, a voice offered, trying to lighten the mood. Of course, Tilda, your highness, a reply came, infused with playful respect. The scene shifted, revealing the weight of a difficult decision. If I falter here, I might not be able to reverse it. She might not be able to ingest the holy water of life at all, and even if she does, there's no guarantee that she'll be fine, a voice mused, laced with concern. But I've seen many miracles created by the system, stories that other people will never believe. It's all due to the system's power. How an earache like me made it this far is also. It should be fine to trust it once more. A plea filled the air. Please! The next moments unfolded in silence, broken only by the sound of labored breaths and a quiet hum of anticipation. That scar, a voice whispered, filled with regret. All I wanted to do was ease my mother's pain. A wave of guilt and self-reproach washed over the speaker. God, Jin-Woo, are you okay? Are you hurt anywhere? I was the one at fault. It's because of me that she has that scar. A new development pulled the focus back to the present. Her color has returned, but why isn't she waking up? Why won't you open your eyes? Open your eyes. The despair was evident in the tone. I only ever had one reason why I wanted to become stronger. So, please wake up. Please let me take over the burden, Karen. Please? I can't concentrate. Thank you, Tilda. A soft, gentle voice cut through the tension. Is it going to be summer soon? The air is warm. A moment of disorientation followed. Is that you, Jin-Woo? A moment of stunned silence. Then, just how long was I asleep? Came the question. For years, came the reply. A mixture of disbelief and relief filled the air. It's been 4 years? How's Jenna? Is she okay? She's fine, came the reply. Thank you, son. You kept your promise, the soft voice declared. Because I was unwell, my son. It must have been difficult, came the final statement. The narrative, though laced with quiet tension, hinted at the potential for a brighter future. What a patient with eternal slumber has awoken, a voice remarked. A mixture of surprise and professional detachment. This is a priest. The patient's guardian is requesting for immediate discharge from the hospital. What should we do? The question hung in the air, unanswered. No, not a chance, came a firm denial. Not only is she too unstable, but she's also been lying asleep for 4 years. She wouldn't even be able to walk? A different voice countered, well, that's the state of the patient. It's all perfectly normal. It's as if the patient wasn't asleep for 4 years. There's no problem with her current health, and she can even walk on her own. Disbelief entered the tone. Are you saying that she's in good health despite being asleep for 4 years? Maybe it's because of the life support machine. A moment of consideration, then, even so, getting discharged this early is a separate matter at hand. We must let the world know about this case, a voice declared. A mix of professional curiosity and excitement evident. I also explained the same thing to the Guardian, but he's not an ordinary man. The Guardian, have you heard of Hunter Sung Jin-Woo, who has recently become South Korea's 10th S-rank hunter? The implications of that name were immediate. We can't hold on to healthy patients in the hospital against their will. All right, we should, of course, let her get discharged. A scene shift revealed a tender reunion. My daughter is all grown up, Mom, a voice said, filled with emotion. A quiet reflection followed. My efforts were not in vain. It feels like all my troubles until now were leading up to reward me with this moment. A hint of unease crept in. But while working as a hunter, I wonder if I distance myself too much. Uneasiness is taking over. 1. I left my phone unattended for too long while I was at the Demon Castle. There's a lot of missed calls. Well, if it was about something important, I'm sure they'll call me back. A news report broke the quiet. Is this news related to Kaisel? Monster spotted over the sky. No trace of a dungeon break. Where is the flying monster headed? Hunters Association has yet to respond. The safety of the citizens is... The tone shifted to exasperation. Even a trivial event such as this is breaking news. A phone call broke the silence. Hello? Hunter Sung Jin-Woo. This is the association's Go Gun He. A voice announced. The chairman is calling me? A question arose. Is there a problem? I'm sure you've heard the news. Have you not seen the news yet? What kind of news were you talking about? The tension was building. He must be talking about Kaisel. It would travel fast, a voice mused. I'm sorry about that. I'll be more careful in the future. Confusion filled the speaker's voice. Is it not about Kaisel? What's the matter? I just came back from a place where there was no service. It seems like you really haven't heard the news. Is it okay for me to come visit you and explain the situation in person? No, I'll come instead, came the resolute answer. The raid will begin in 4 days. We'll go to Jeju Island and eliminate those ants once and for all, and for us to do that, we need your help, Hunter Sung Jin-Woo. All the citizens wish for the recapture of Jeju Island. Could you join us in this operation? A moment of hesitation. Normally, I would have agreed without hesitation, since it's crawling with highly ranked monsters, the voice mused. Oh, magical energy? Is something wrong? Oh, it's nothing, came the reply. There seems to be hunters, training somewhere nearby. You have a good sense, as expected for you to detect them from this distance. S-rank hunters are currently practicing in the gym. The situation became clearer. S-rank hunters? Are you perhaps talking about that? Yes, since there are only 4 days left until the Jeju Island raid. Ruji Goto and his Japanese S-rank hunters are currently there as well. By Ruji Goto, do you mean? I'm sure even a normal citizen has heard the name of Japan's strongest, at least once, yes? It's that Ruji Goto. A new invitation was offered. Do you wish to check it out, huh? The scene shifted again, showcasing a clash of power. Master Buck, a young person like you should be able to use more strength. I'm no master, Master Ma. A sense of playful challenge was evident. It's uncommon for all the S-rank hunters to be together in one place. The magical energy you sensed earlier is probably from them, came an explanation. Hunter Baek Yoon-ho is getting slightly pushed back, but if Baek Yoon-ho were to give it his all, Ma Dong-wook wouldn't stand a chance. Choi Jong-in, it's been a while, a new voice declared. It's hard for one to use all their strength when there are a lot of eyes around, someone else said. Since President Buck turns into a real force of nature when he practices, so the rumors of his transformation ability are true. The observation was accompanied by an almost palpable awe, and the people gathered over there are Apiyazawa, Mariashida, Kintanaka, Minoru, Hoshino, Atsushi, Kamamoto, Kani, Tawada, Tatsumi, Fujishima, Kei, Akurashimas, Ruji Goto, and Japanese S-rank hunters, came the list. Fame, one of the nation's top 5 guilds, active in the Hongnam area. There's a strong impression that Fame Guild is ranked 4th, since Hunters, White Tiger, and Reaper guilds are dominating the top ranks. The stage was set, the tension palpable, for what was to come.